Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so happy to see you. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 reasons we're scared to ask for help. And I'm basing these, of course, on fears that I've had. But as I've talked to other people and gotten to know other people that are business owners, I learned that I wasn't alone. We all have these fears, some of us more than others. I will say it that way. So I know we all struggle, we all have obstacles, and that's part of life, right? Everyone deals with it at some point throughout their lives, and especially if they're running a business, because there's all these decisions and actions you have to take every single day. You can't just skate by and build a great business. The thing what I've noticed is that some people know how to ask for help. When they get into a problem and they start having issues, they know how to come say, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? And it stands them in good stead because they get through whatever the struggle is a lot faster because they ask for help. And that's a healthy thing to be able to do. We can't all do it, right? Some of us really struggle with asking for help or struggling with something for a long time that if we were able to get help, it would have been it would have been easier to get through. Hey Fran, it's great to see you here as always. And I'm glad you like the topic. I hope what I'm gonna talk about is gonna be really helpful to you. And hey Diane, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while and I'm so happy you're here. It's always, always, always good to see you. So, what we're talking about, like I said, is asking for help. And it can be hard. So, today, what I want to talk about is the 3 big fears that holds us back from getting that help. So, one of them, number one, is pride, right? Pride gets in the way. If you're independent by nature, you like to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and get the things done that you need to get done, and you want to make it perfect, which is already a problem, but you want to get it just right, then you're doing everything yourself. And that can be a detriment, not just to you, but to the people that depend on you. Because when you have a problem, you get stuck, right? So the independence is a great trait to have, absolutely. But the pride can get in the way of getting things accomplished on time. It may take you twice as long, and that's being generous, to solve a problem as it would if you ask for help, right? And so it can be really honorable and a good thing to be independent. However, you can also hurt yourself more than you realize when you're letting that stand in the way of getting help when you really need it. And that was a big one for me. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but that can be hard, right? To ask for help because it means being vulnerable. It means letting people know that there's something that you are not great at, that you need help with this thing. The other second one is fear of rejection, right? The fear of rejection is a big reason people ask others for help. People don't ask others for help when they need it, right? You get so wrapped up in your concern and what it is, and yeah, that's a biggie, right? That's a biggie. You get so wrapped up in the whole idea of what all it's going to take, and then you find out, you got to ask this person, and it's a big deal. And so you convince yourself that they're going to say no. And some of them might not even say no nicely. Right? So that's another one. You get scared that they're going to say no, that they're going to reject you, and you're going to feel bad, right? So it's better not to ask them in the first place. That's what you tell yourself. But when you don't ask for help because you think the other person is going to reject you, you're basically deciding that they don't care enough to help, right? And that's an insecurity that's going to keep you from accomplishing your goals, and it's going to keep people from connecting with you on a closer level. Sometimes you're always giving that helping hand, but you don't let anyone help you. And it makes people feel it makes them feel some kind of way. That's how I'm gonna put it. Because they don't feel like you trust them. And trust has to be a mutual thing. You have to be able to give and receive. It's got to be a two-way street. And when you're always giving, but you're afraid to even ask for the opportunity to receive or just to receive, it gets taken out of context often. And so it's bad on so many levels. It can hurt you, right? But it's a big reason why we don't ask for help, right? We're anticipating the rejection. And then a third one, the other big reason that people don't ask for help is fear of being exposed as an imposter, right? That's imposter syndrome is a big thing, right? It's the big words that are going around these days. But it's used to describe people who go through their lives doing stuff, right? They get stuff done, but they always feel like they're going to be exposed as a fraud. Like, I'm having success, but it's luck. It's not real skill or knowledge. It just happened this way, right? So they feel like they're going to get found out, like they're really nothing, and people are going to figure that out one day. They're really nobody. But that feeling of feeling like an imposter can grow to a point where it's really, really, really difficult to ask other people for help, because knowing that you need help in this thing will expose you, right? Could expose you, right? Because you're supposed to know everything about whatever it is that you're being the expert on. But sometimes you don't. And so when you get to the point where you are afraid to ask for help, it can have detrimental effects on you as a person in your personal life and in your business, because you can't ask for help. And nobody can do everything on their own. Nobody can do everything. And so if you can't ask for help, it causes you problems, right? It just gets to a point where you are often paralyzed and unable to move forward in your business. So these are three fears, and I know that there's lots of other fears that people have, but I know these are three fears because I've experienced all of them, and I know a lot of other people have experienced them too. That fear of asking for help. And so I know it takes courage to ask for help, right? That's a good way to use your 10 seconds of insane courage, to ask for help. Because when you do that, you're going to find that all kinds of people are willing to help you. All kinds of people are happy to help you and to help you get things done. And some of them are going to do things that you're struggling with so much better than you can, that it's going to change how long it takes you. It's going to change how hard it is for you to move forward, because it's going to be easy for them, even though it was a real struggle for you, right? Sometimes you just have to ask for help, and you have to be vulnerable enough to, you have to be willing and courageous enough to let yourself be vulnerable enough to do it. So sometimes that has to happen. I recently asked someone in my community for help because I knew I was never going to get it done. I was trying to get it done and not getting anywhere. And asking for help, they're able to knock it out in a day. And it was taking me weeks. So ask for help. It's going to help you, and it's going to help your business. All right. If you're worrying about how to find the courage to put yourself out there, to be seen, to grow your business, to be able to ask for help, all of those things, I invite you to sign up for my new program, buildingvisibility.com. 10 P's. It's practicing the 10 principles of visibility, and it will help you build up those 10 seconds of insane courage to use every time you need it. I hope that you guys got a lot out of this, and I will catch you on the other side. All right. I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.